Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Music Village. And for those who are wondering at home if we have enough time and if it's truly before the midnight hour, we will add in the Friday night green light to be a part of this show as well, because come on, it's Friday night. We need some games on this show besides the video game stories and video game news. So trust me when I say this, we will have it a part of the show. But besides that little update, folks, I think it's time for us to talk about what we think is going to happen for this big blockbuster of an NXT pay-per-view known as NXT TakeOver 30 from the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, better known as the Thunderdome. There's that thunder again. I don't know. I seriously think it's thundering outside. Maestro, is that you again with that wand? Oh, it is. Right. Well, besides the Maestro trying to scare me into the fact that this show's gonna be taken off due to some form of force of nature, I think it's time for us to go into the first match of the night that we think is gonna happen, which is gonna be none other than Breezango going one-on-one against Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch and Legado del Fantasma for the #1 contendership for the NXT Tag Team Championship in a triple threat match. And with the fact that Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch wanted to knock off Imperium off their throne for the longest amount of time, and not to mention the fact that Legado del Fantasma, who's been on a tear trying to take out Breezango for insulting the Lucha Libre arts. And for those out there wondering when did they do this, if you remember that one match where they dressed up as the Los Conquistadors, yeah, Legado del Fantasma took offense to that, kidnapped Fandango, and even beat the crap out of Tyler Breeze for it. And with things really personal in this match with Legado del Fantasma and Breezango, who do I think is going to win this match? Well, seeing the fact that the only person during this match who didn't get a shot at those tag team championships was Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, and the fact that Danny Burch was on the wrong side of the cross the last time we saw him, I'm giving it to Legado del Fantasma. Yep, definitely think they're going to go on to fight against Imperium and give them the fight of their lives in their own version of Lucha Libre, and probably go on to win the championship. Who knows? And the next match to take place on this set card would see none other than the Demon Prince himself, Finn Balor, going one-on-one against the teacher of the Thatch as Thatch Can style, none other than Timothy Thatcher. And with a personal beef between the two of these that's gone so far out of control, it has to go to NXT TakeOver 30. Who do I think is going to win this match? I'm going to have to give it to Finn Balor. I really think he's going to end up winning this match, especially seeing the fact that Timothy Thatcher was the one who cost him a shot at the North American Championship ladder match that he thought he was going to be a part of. So for him being a sore loser, he's going to get, and what Finn calls, the Finn rub at NXT TakeOver 30. And speaking of people with personal beefs, folks, the next match to take place on this card will see Adam Cole, baby, going one-on-one against Pat McAfee. And yeah, I thought it was some sort of stipulation on the line for this match, but no, just personal pride and bragging rights. With Pat McAfee making things personal, calling out the championship title reign of Adam Cole on his talk show, and not to mention for months and months and months and months on end, being a pain in Adam Cole's ass on every single occasion he was at the announce booth when Adam Cole was in the same space as him. So yeah, who do I think is going to win this match? Well, ladies and gentlemen, with Pat McAfee only having several, not even weeks of training to fight against Adam Cole, I'm going to have to give this match to none other than Adam Cole, baby! And yeah, even though Pat McAfee's going to probably have some linebackers or quarterbacks or whatever the world he's going to have with him, the Undisputed Era is not going to be too far behind, and Adam Cole is going to beat the holy bejesus out of Pat McAfee during this match. So yeah, Adam Cole to win it. the next match to take place on this NXT TakeOver match card would see the Queen of the Sky, Io Shirai, going one-on-one against the leader of Team Kick, Dakota Kai, with Raquel Gonzalez in her corner for the NXT Women's Championship. And the only reason this match is going down, folks, is because Dakota Kai, who decided to send a message to the Queen of the Sky on several different occasions by attacking her from behind or from the side, blindsiding her with a flurry of kicks and punches, all to get her shot at the NXT Women's Championship. And with Io Shirai done playing games with Dakota Kai and said that she now has her attention, I got a bad feeling for Dakota Kai come this NXT event. And despite the leader of Team Kick having Big Mama Cool on her side at that match at NXT TakeOver 30, who do I think is going to win this match? I'm going to give it to Io Shirai because she is pissed off, 1. 2, the fact that Dakota Kai blindsided her on several different occasions is going to come back to haunt her. And 3, yeah, Io Shirai is pissed off. So I got a feeling that Io Shirai is gonna get lost in the sky like it says on her Titantron and keep that NXT championship firmly around her waist as she continues to fly the friendly skies to make NXT's women division just elevate a couple of more levels above sea level than it already is. And the next match to take place at this said NXT TakeOver event, which would see none other than Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Cameron Grimes, Johnny Gargano, and the Velveteen Dream, all duking it out in a ladder match for the vacant NXT North American Championship. And the irony in all of this, folks, 2 people involved in this match were originally involved in the first ladder match to determine the North American champion in the first place, being the Velveteen Dream, and I do believe Johnny Gargano, who was both in that match. So, with both of them already in ladder matches and both of them having plenty of ladder match experience, I'm not too entirely sure of Cameron Grimes and his history and Impact or wherever he came from before that. But yeah, who do I think is going to end up winning this match? Well, I'm going to give it to none other than, it's a hard decision. All of these guys are good, and I have a penny in the hat of each of them, but I'm going to have to say none other than Damian Priest going home with the gold. And if you're wondering at home why in the world we decide to pick Damian Priest, we analyzed this match a little bit with the high-flying offense of everybody during it, because Velveteen Dream most likely is going to do an elbow drop off the top of that ladder and take himself out. Bronson Reed is most likely going to fall through a ladder and take himself out. And I do believe Cameron Grimes is going to try to do a cave-in through a ladder or something crazy and take himself out. All while Johnny Gargano might be on the receiving end of all of this and more and get taken out during this match as well. Unless the Poison Pixie gets involved during this contest, I highly doubt he'll be able to come back during this match, so yeah. Once again, Damian Priest to win this match unless he gets in another painful accident with some stairs. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, folks, if you remember the incident that took place at NXT TakeOver in your house where he bounced off those stairs back first from the apron, yeah, that's the painful accident we were talking about with stairs. Right. And the main event for this NXT TakeOver event, which would see none other than the limitless Keith Lee going one-on-one against the Herald of Doomsday, the Devil of Monterey, the Toad Man, the Universal Arbitrator of Suffering, and many nicknames he was given, including from me calling him the Freddy Krueger of professional wrestling, none other than Karrion Kross for the NXT Championship. And the only reason this match is going down is because after Kross took out everybody who was in his path, including Tommaso Ciampa, who hasn't been seen since TakeOver in your house after he would get dispatched on the same night somewhere around that time where Keith Lee would be around to make history to retain his North American Championship, go on to the Great American Bash to become a dual champion, only to relinquish the championship, which would be involved in that said ladder match. Let's just say Karrion Kross would set his crosshairs on Keith Lee or whoever held that championship after the Great American Bash, only to dive bomb anybody in his way on their heads along the path to this championship, which would see Keith Lee last week or the week before last getting a fireball in the face from Scarlett. So yeah, after all that took place and General Manager William Regal denying him the title shot only for Karrion to make it personal, who do I think is going to win this match? I'm not going against Kross, so yeah, Karrion Kross is your new NXT champion. And by the way, this is possibly one of the quickest debuts to a championship I have ever seen in the history of WWE since Sheamus. And that's saying something. Now, I would have said Kurt Angle because I'm pretty sure he's probably one of the fastest ones who debuted and got a shot at the championship, but it's a little bit of a photo finish between those two. But either way, I got a feeling Keith Lee is going to get all the oxygen squeezed out of his skull, dive bombed on his head right in front of everybody in the Thunderdome for Keith Lee to go home a former champion. That's exactly what's going to happen in this match that I got a feeling is going to be match of the night and one hell of a hoss fight that we're going to see on pay-per-view. But who knows? Anything could happen at TakeOver, especially when the lights are on bright and with everything taking place in a new arena. Yeah, some crazy things are going to happen. But like we say all the time at the end of these match card reviews, folks, good luck. Don't get hurt, and put on one hell of a show that none of us will ever, and I do mean ever, forget. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back to this music once again. And when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't get lost in that night traffic just yet, folks, and stay tuned.